The sound design of Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey was extremely focused on the concept described by Barsom and Monahan as diegetic sound. Diegetic sound, according to the book, is sound that comes from a source within a film's world. They're sounds heard by both the movie's audience and the characters, such as those seen in the movie when the two spacemen are conspiring against Hal and it switches over to Hal's perspective and all the sound is room tone.
No 9,000 computers ever found that before.
That's not what I mean. Well, I'm not so sure. What do you think about it?
This room tone creates an eerie silence that is carried through the movie, even into the intermission. It is compared to John Cage's song 433 in the article Idle Thoughts on Silence, John Cage, Sound Design, and 2001: A Space Odyssey. The author goes on to list examples such as the one shown about how lip reading to explain how impactful they really are. These diegetic film elements help to make people more immersed into the film. Another way to categorize these sounds is with the term asynchronous, which means the source to the sound is not on screen. Non-simultaneous, which usually happens during flashbacks, and simultaneous sound, when the source to the sound is on screen. The ones most effective and prominent in 2001: A Space Odyssey are the ambient sounds, which are sounds that linger in the background and don't necessarily have a source, but in the case of some, like the breathing scene, they do. Another type of sound in the movie is the non-diegetic sound of the soundtrack. Non-diegetic sound is sound that is not in the world of the characters, and only the audience can hear it. And although Kubrick had hired Alex North to write the soundtrack, he didn't end up using any of Alex North's score in the original film. For instance, instead of this opener, that sounds like an extremely average sci-fi soundtrack similar to Star Wars, Kubrick used this soundtrack instead.